Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to another Chamber check-in episode from Idaho's only five-star accredited chamber. Today, we have a special opportunity to learn about an organization that is a statewide anti-trafficking service and provides trauma care for victims of human trafficking across Idaho. And I have Paula Barthelmess with us today, the executive director. I'm going to bring her on stage. Hi, Paula.
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific. Thanks for taking some time with me today.
Yes, thanks for having us.
I had the opportunity to attend the Inspire Excellence Awards luncheon yesterday, and that's the first time I got to meet you. And you were one of the recipients of the work that you do, and were received an award and were recognized in front of like 300 people. It was awesome.
Yes, it was great. Thank you. It was fun. We enjoyed it.
So this couldn't be better timing, right?
Yes.
So, but what I really want to do is help you share what the organization does, kind of some of the products and services that you offer, and then how the business community can help and get involved. But first, let's start with you, Paula. Tell us a little bit about your background and history of work that led you into a nonprofit, and then specifically this cause.
Yeah, sure. So I am by trade, I'm a trauma therapist. I've been doing trauma work for 20 plus years and just working in the crisis arenas. I love crisis. I love to be able to get in there and help people in need that need it right now. And probably about 12 years ago, I owned and operated a community mental health agency. And we really started to notice that there was just kind of this common thread among a lot of the therapists that were seeing individuals, and it was just some maladaptive sexual behavior. And so I really started diving in to see what it could be, and discovered domestic trafficking. And I never knew anything about domestic trafficking, and so we really just jumped in, and I decided I probably needed to start a nonprofit to be able to address it here in our area, because I didn't realize that there was as much here as most people don't realize.
Exactly. I had no idea. You think that's somewhere else, but it's happening right here in Idaho.
Yes, absolutely. And I too was one of those that trafficking is only in a foreign country, when actually America is the number one country currently that we buy and sell more sex than anybody else.
Wow. Okay. So what you're telling me is that you founded the Community Outreach Behavioral Services nonprofit about 12 years ago?
I started doing the work. C.O.B.S actually is 10 years old.
Okay. Okay. And you have a physical office space. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the first few years we were basically just running out of, whoever's home, and just our whatever we could do. And then about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we actually opened an office where we just had a place. We actually were able to we developed what's called a drop-in center, where we could get services and hold some supplies to be able to immediately go out and help individuals that were living on the street. And now we currently have 3 safe houses. We've had them open for about 4 years.
Okay. I have some more questions. I know I sent you some over, but now
Yes.
as we're talking, I have some other questions. How do you know who's involved? How do you know who's being impacted? Do you just work with like the state police and tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So a little over 4 years ago, about 4.5 years ago, I kind of locked arms with Homeland Security and ISP, Idaho State Police, and we started Idaho's first trafficking task force. So we have a Treasure Valley Human Trafficking Task Force that is, at this point, we have about 60 to 70 entities. We have all the law enforcement. We have different government entities with us. We have some federal entities and just some community members. And what it does is we work together. We start to identify what this looks like. What does domestic trafficking look like? In Idaho, we're mostly familial trafficking. So we're selling our own people.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Is it like for labor or like you said, sex?
Yes. Yeah.
All of it?
So and I actually come in contact with 2 to 4 new women every week, women that I've never even met before. We've been around long enough that I go into all the jails and the detention center. I meet new juveniles who are involved with it. Yeah, it's actually a very sad epidemic, and males as well, but males don't surface as quickly as the females.
Okay, Paula, what types of services does C.O.B.S offer? And I really want to know and take the time to help me understand and help share with our listeners what what that victim is experiencing as far as the trauma, and then what are let's dive deep into some of the services that you're offering.
Yeah, sure. So, one of the main things that we offer is immediate emergency care. So, we have backpacks, we have blankets, we have food, and anything that a person, when we come across them, we get calls from law enforcement in the middle of the night, during the day. Hey, we've done a traffic stop, and we've discovered that it's a trafficking situation, and so we're able to step in and help them. We have safe houses where law enforcement doesn't even know where they are. We are Idaho's first true safe houses where we're completely off the grid. We
Wow.
offer food. We offer, sometimes these women just need some medical care. They've been beaten and they've been assaulted to the point where, we just need to take them and get them some medical care.
Wow, that's incredible. Um, to let me know that that's even happening, it, it just it blows my mind. Um, okay, so we've got your service. You
Yes.
work with some of the municipalities and the state
Mhm.
police and local police. Um, Tell me some success stories, Paula. I gotta hear.
Oh, yes. No, we have some amazing, amazing survivors who have graduated our program. They can stay in our housing up until 2 years. When we take an individual who has been experiencing this level of trauma, of complex PTSD, it takes them a little bit to be able to get off the grid, get healthy, get some trauma taken care of, and really start to live independent, right? Because our whole society in their world has violated them. And so we have amazing women who have come back and are mentors with other women. We have women who, participate in some kind of operations. We have actually participated in about 6 different operations with different law enforcements throughout the state, to be able to go in and rescue and recover women, men, boys, girls. So, but there are success. We just plant the seeds. We just put them in a safe space long enough for them to get their footing, and these are the most amazing, resilient women. Yeah.
I'd imagine just to build some of that confidence and some self confidence again.
Yes.
Yep. Know that they matter. Yeah. Okay. How can the business community get involved, volunteer, raise awareness? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. We have a volunteer coordinator, and she's amazing. She's got the most solid, group of volunteers. But we're always looking, because this is a really, really tough population to serve. Like, it's a really, really hard, probably one of the toughest. And I've been doing trauma therapy for years and years, and so we always just need other women, healthy, strong women, to walk alongside of us. Come and either volunteer for in the houses or put together fundraisers, because it's quite, costly, to be able to provide housing and food, and they're just their basic needs, and clothing, and and a lot of them have children. And so one of the things that we are able to do is we have one house that we're able to reconnect mommies to their babies. And so, which is a huge part of their healing journey, is being able to connect that. Our newest member is 3 weeks old. We had one of our ladies give birth to a baby, and so we have this infant one that she now gets to start a whole nother life with.
Oh, that's fantastic, Paula. Um, what types of events do you host that that we could come to? I see you have one in Grangeville coming up soon, but maybe give us a kind of whole annual picture. You've been doing this a long time.
We've been doing this,
Um,
so yes.
yeah, yeah.
So we don't have the date solidified because we've had to move some locations, but we do have a 101 in the Ada County that's coming up here in December, and I can shoot you a date, and maybe you can, throw it out there on your website. But we usually try to do 101 for just community members once every other month, just because people need to be involved. They need to know what they're looking for, because when they say that it's hidden in plain sight, it is so hidden in plain sight. It's, like I said, I'm meeting new women 2 to 4 each week. That's a lot of women. That's a lot of new women who just need some help. We help train law enforcement. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm part of the task force. And so we get to go around and train. We're going up to Lewis and Clark College. We've been to the prisons and train. We have a lot of women that have been unfortunately criminalized. And so we reach out to them. And so when they're ready to transition back out in the community, we get to help them. We get to show them a whole nother way of life. They, for the first time in their life, get to be safe.
Incredible, Paula.
Thanks.
Okay. Hey, is there anything else while we have you today that you'd like to educate the public on? I've got your website scrolling on the bottom of the screen. For those that can't see that, it's IdahoCOBS.org. That's IdahoC.O.B.S.org. There's a lot of information on that website. It goes through kind of all the events, the services provided, but help me share what you'd like to share to the public again.
Yeah. One of the most impactful things that has helped us beyond words is for different people in the communities to have fundraisers and mark us as their benefactor, and we come alongside with them and we help them in any way and advertise, and it just helps us because we're a very small team, and the reality is our team is out with law enforcement, our team is on the streets, our team is in hotels recovering women, and so it becomes a little difficult for us to do our own fundraisers. We do them, but this past 12 to 18 months, we've had businesses step in and people step in and say, hey, we'd like you to be our benefactor. Just come alongside of us. And so that has been life-changing for these women.
Well, I'd love to see you out of business, Paula. But I love, right. I wish there wasn't this issue. But oh my gosh, we're so lucky that you're here with your experience and passion, and your board as well has made us some really great people. Speaking of, and I know Julie Tripke as well. It's just fantastic young woman. That's part of the organization that connected us as well. I just want to thank you for the work that you and your team do. And thanks for your investment with the chamber. Yes, send us your stuff. We'll post it on our community calendars. And any chance we get, let's connect each other with the businesses that can help make an impact.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you. It's people like you and platforms like this that we're able to continue to help women. We've housed over 110 women in our safe houses.
Wow.
So.
Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing this up. And, we're not a perfect region or valley, but we have great organizations that can make a big impact. So, Paula, thank you so much for all your work. I look forward to seeing you again really soon.
Yes, thank you so much. And it was really nice to meet you face to face yesterday.
That was awesome.
Take care.